and welcome to my channel. My name is Joelle and I'm a homeschooling mom to 2 boys. My oldest is 7, he's in the middle of his 1st grade year, and my youngest is 2, so he has not quite started school yet. And I have grown to love the Charlotte Mason method. So that's a little bit about me. Welcome to my channel, Made for This. Today I want to talk to you about digital resources in your homeschooling. This video is a part of a collaboration with Abby from Rooted in Rest, as well as Jessica from The Waldock Way. The first digital resource that I want to talk about is learning a foreign language. It is really important when you're learning a foreign language to hear native speakers. So a lot of resources that you might buy include a digital component so that you can hear that native speaker. So I have a couple examples from you. This is a Charlotte Mason resource called Speaking German with Miss Mason and Francois. And you can just buy the book, but you could also buy the digital component as well. And then you can listen to the native speakers say each of the phrases that you hear in this book. Another resource that I found is this Deutsch for Clever Kids. They also have Spanish, French, and Italian, I believe, as well as English. And each day you hear 5 different words. And there's a digital app that accompanies this so that you can hear each of those words spoken. And our newest resource that I'm not ready to review because we've just started using it is TalkBox.Mom. And TalkBox.Mom has an app, and you're supposed to choose phrases and then use them throughout your day. So the app has the phrases on your phone with a native speaker using them so that you're always ready to pull out a new phrase in your German or whatever language you're learning. Another way to use technology with a foreign language is to watch TV. I have found that there are a lot of YouTube shows in that foreign language, similar to how you might be able to find like Bluey on YouTube. You can find shows originally from that foreign language on TV. In fact, that's what my kids are doing right now. And the idea is that you just hear the natural speaking, and the kids will, or adults, will pick up on that. A lot of people that I meet that English is their second language have said that they learned by watching TV, so it can be a really effective way to learn a language. Okay, moving away from foreign language, I want to talk to you about podcasts. Now, I can be lazy when I'm in the car and refuse to choose my music because sometimes listening to the radio is just easier. Maybe that's just me, but this year, for one of my New Year's resolutions, was to specifically choose what we listened to in the car because I could tell that my kid's head was just being pumped full of junk because that's what the radio has to offer a lot of the times. Interestingly, instead of just music, I have found podcasts. I found 2 podcasts in particular that are really helpful for spirituality, actually. The first is called Tiny Theologians. In this podcast, 2 little kids go on adventures and they learn about some big Bible terms like quick to forgive is the one that we just listened to, but they're going through each letter of the alphabet and kind of explaining either a character trait of God or something that's a big term that kids need to understand, like mercy. So that has been really great. My youngest one especially loves that one. And then my older son likes one called God's Big Story. And this one has many episodes, which is nice. So we'll be in this for a while. In this one, the podcast hosts kind of set up a Bible story for you and explain some things along the way in a really fun manner. And then they always end with a worship song that is geared towards kids, but it's not annoying like a lot of things geared towards kids are. So I enjoy listening to both of them. These do not make up my kids' devotional time or make up for Bible reading on their own. But it is a fun addition, especially when you're going to be in the car for at least 20 minutes anyway, we only listen to these podcasts in the car, and it is a great use of our time. And I feel so much better knowing that my kids are being filled with podcast material, or are being filled with these things instead of the radio. The fourth thing I wanted to mention is Worldwatch.News. Worldwatch.News is a company that makes a 10-minute news show where they present things in a pretty non-biased way, completely current events, and then they also share just some fun science-y things or stuff like that on their show. I really like this company for a lot of reasons. One of them is that their main story, which is about 2 minutes long, is available for free on YouTube. And that is how we got introduced to this company. So instead of, buying a subscription and not knowing if you like what you're getting, I was able to try it out for a couple of months, just listening to their main story and realizing, I think it would be worth it to pay. I think it's only like $6.99 a month or something like that. Completely reasonable, and the content is really great. And to be honest with you, I don't like to read the news or watch news myself. So before I found Worldwatch.News, I was completely reliant on my husband for all of my current event for all of my current events. But now that I found Worldwatch.News, I often can contribute to the current event conversation in a way that is nice because it's just 10 minutes. It's really, it's not heavy and burdensome like the real news can be, although they do cover some serious issues. But I think that you'll find it's done in a very tasteful way. So we like to watch Worldwatch.News. I believe it's only 5 episodes a week. It's just during the school days. And the last resource that I wanted to mention is the CMEC, which stands for Charlotte Mason Education Center, and that is the curriculum that we use. And there is a membership wall, so it's really hard to tell what you'll get without committing. And so I actually took that leap this last year, and I'm going to do a video soon where I give an honest review of what I think of the CMEC. But on this video, I just wanted to share that there's just so much helpful things on their website that I find that I turn to time and time again during my homeschool day. Some of it I use with the kids, like I will click on their hymn or their folk song playlists on YouTube, and we will watch those together. Some of it is more for the mom, more like instructional and just beneficial for the mother teacher to understand. But in general, the CMEC website is often up on my phone, whether I'm watching it with the kids or just learning for myself. And so I wanted to include that as a digital resource as well, although it's not very useful to you unless you also use the CMEC, but perhaps your curriculum has something similar. Or if you're interested in joining the CMEC, maybe that might be a helpful thing to know. All right, so that about sums it up. We try not to rely on digital materials too much in our homeschool. I try not to have apps on my phone that the kids can use, no games and stuff like that. And we don't watch TV every day. We do watch TV every week, but a couple times a week probably. But we try to limit their TV time and allow them to play as normal children and just enjoy their childhood. So there are definitely benefits to digital resources, but I do feel like you have to use some self-control and limit the amount of technology that you use. At least that's my personal conviction and what works best in my home. When we rely too much on technology, it feels like it takes over our lives, and so we have to keep a leash on it. But I hope that makes sense. Please leave a comment if you have any questions about any of the resources I've mentioned. I will leave a link to the rest of the collaboration, and I will also list links to the things that I mentioned. All right, I will talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye!